Another thing to talk about is where we've done the podcast, and you can go here to the screen. We've done some weird podcasts, and people might say, I don't have room for a podcast, or I don't have location. We've done podcasts outside,
all over the place.
We have it underneath a bridge in outside of Wyndham. We did it underneath a bridge. We did a Bigfoot episode, and it was a pain. I'm not saying this is the easiest way to do it. We had a generator out there.
We had a fire going.
And it's just this thing. You can do a podcast anywhere. We've done them outside. We've done them here. We had a studio at the Bark. This is kind of the original podcast studio.
That was the best.
Yeah, that was fun. That was really fun. It was really hot up there, but
it was during the summer. We'd sweat like crazy.
Yeah, we would really be
probably
sweating.
a little uncomfortable for some of the guests.
Yeah, I remember having people there, and that's the thing. When you're starting off, nothing's gonna be perfect. We learned every episode. We learned, and there were certain episodes where things went wrong, and then we learned from that. That's the biggest thing to me is you do it. You fail and you learn from your mistake, and then you do it again and you fix that mistake. And I think that's kind of where we are today. Not saying that this is anywhere near perfect, but we fixed a lot of the issues that we had in the beginning. We've done a lot at the Bark recently because now we live in Mankato, so we've traveled back to Wyndham and we've set up in the library. And, so we did a traveling podcast for like 20, probably 30 episodes where we would pack it up every week, take down all the equipment here that we have, the lights, the microphones, all the board and everything, pack it up, and then take it back up to Mankato and then drive back to Wyndham, and I kind of like the fact that we're in Cato now because we can focus more of our time and energy on getting people and interesting topics instead of spending all of our time traveling and setting up and taking down. And
this picture though is unique here because it's we had 5 people on the camera, Pete was producing. I don't think he was talking to the mic at all back then, but Pete was there producing.
Yep, and that's another thing too. We've had a couple different producers now. Dalton was the original one. I know that Collins produced a bunch, and now he's kind of the producer here, still with a microphone. Peter was the producer for probably 20 episodes or something.
Yeah.
Because he lived with us in Cato. Finding people, though, that will help you is a big thing, because you don't need a producer. Producer, you might be asking what that even is. I mean, got the audio board here. We have a video mixer now, so it becomes a little bit more work for the producer, but pretty much someone that's just watching everything, making sure the audio is good, checking that out. You don't need that, but it's something that would help. Here's one of the craziest locations we did a podcast underneath a building in town in Wyndham. We did it in a tunnel. And it was extremely hot down there.
It was brutal. Yeah.
Hard to get all the equipment in through the hole to fit everything in. And just we set up on a piano bench. So there really is no excuse for saying you don't have a place to do a podcast because we've set up in the most ridiculous locations. Here we are in my bedroom. We had to lift. Every time we did the podcast, we'd lift my bed up against the wall, lean it, set up a table, all the equipment every week would have to get put up and then taken down.
We did all 4 of the Halloween podcasts in your room, didn't we?
Of 2018 or of 2019. 2020 we did. Well, it wouldn't be 2020 yet.
No.
2019 we did a bunch in Wyndham, and then we did them in our living room. We've done them all over in our old house. And we've done them out by the lake, and we've done them in such a weird amount of locations.
The first one we did in my room, didn't we?
Yep. First one was in your room, and then we moved to the Bark. If you don't know where to go, I mean, we're going to get into how you set this whole thing up, but you can just use your room. You can use your living room. We've done it in our living room multiple times. There's the one episode is me, you, and Adam. We just literally had you guys sitting on the couch. We didn't set up a table.
Oh, yeah.
We just had the microphones, and they were over the couch, and you just sat down and talked. Like, you can really do it anywhere.
During the beginning of COVID, we did some over, what was it, Skype?
Skype, yeah. Yeah, I did.
We were Skyping.
Yep, we did one with John, and then I did one solo dolo with Max, which was a fun episode. Yeah. Here we are up in the attic of the Bark, another really tight location. That was a really fun episode, though. Just finding unique locations used to be kind of our thing because it switched it up every week, but it was really a hassle. It took a lot of time to figure things out and just setting it up. I feel like we were taking away from the whole actual podcast experience by focusing all of our energy on different locations and bringing the equipment back and everything.
It's always fun doing them in like different locations, and I think the viewers like seeing where we're at this week.